So, you have a joke for me?
Yeah.
So we have a joke for Flosstube?
Mm-hmm.
All right, tell me a joke.
So, Mom, what's the best thing about Switzerland?
I don't know, Nicholas. What is the best thing about Switzerland?
I don't know, but their flag is a big plus.
That's a good one. I feel like I've been here before. All right, go play.
All right.
Okay, so hello, Flosstube. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Tuesday, April 7th, and another daily crafty check-in, crafty update. How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? If you're if you've been enjoying some crafting, tell me about it. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you've been working on. Okay, the very first thing that I have to do is I have a giveaway to take care of. Last Tuesday, a friend of the channel, friend of everybody, Teal, offered up an extra chart of the brand new Tiny Modernist Always Flowers. And I asked that people leave me the word friendship in their comment. No, it was flowers. Which one? There were 2 giveaways last week and I've completely lost track. Okay, so what I need to do is I'm gonna go and find that video and I'm going to run the random comment generator right now, and I will insert the winner of this chart right here. So congratulations. At this point, I don't know the winner yet. I'm gonna go back and edit that in. I did order, I was out of shipping. I ran out of, I didn't have enough mailers for the bags that I still need to send out. So I had to place a quick order to my supplier who sends stuff via FedEx, and they also carried regular mailers. So I ordered a box of pattern mailers as well, which means that if everything goes as planned and the shipment arrives to me today, I can tuck a few of the charts that I have slotted for giveaway that I didn't have envelopes for. I can tuck those into the box that's going out tomorrow afternoon. So the winner of this chart, you're going to be hopefully getting this at some point in the next couple of weeks. I know the mail is our postal carriers, you know, again, essential workers. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all essential workers who are, you know, helping us through this this crisis. So this will be going out, and one more peek, because Cheryl really outdid herself with this chart. I love it. It's so sweet. This is a quote by Matisse, and my friend Crafty Kim did the model stitch for the cover photo. So wonderful. Okay, last night I didn't get to my stitching until about 8 o'clock at night last night, but I did put in a couple of hours of work on Sivan. Sivan is my comfort stitching, and it's probably all you're going to see tomorrow as well. So hopefully you're not completely bored with it, but I like these big projects, and this at the moment is, well, not at the moment, just generally, these designs are some of my favorites. So, I finished the second, is it this one or the one of them? One was done yesterday. I finished the other one last night. I did a little bit more of the fill-in black around the inner border there. I almost finished this side, the motif that's up there, and I did more of the black fill-in in here. That's 310. So this is Sivan by Landmark Tapestries and Charts. This is a Kay's Creations lap frame and scroll rod system, and this is a 16 count natural off-white Ada and 2 strands of called for DMC floss. So those are the details, and I'm loving it. One of these days I'll unroll it and show you the whole thing. When I get a little bit further, I'll take it off the frame and unroll it and show it to you. So that'd be a good goal maybe for the end of this weekend. The other thing that I have to mention today that I haven't mentioned in a little while is the little book club group that we've got going on over on the Facebook group Cross Stitchers Who Read. Again, the exact name of the group is in the drop down box below. At the moment we're reading Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. Anyone is welcome to join in, even if you haven't started it yet, if you think you could read it. We're not going to be discussing the book until next weekend. My friend Letitia, the crafty curator, she's going to be leading us in the discussion. I have a feeling she's going to be doing a video feed through Facebook on the day that we decide to have the discussion on this, so that we can log in and chat with her in real time. So she'll be the only one on camera, but we'll be able to type in our comments and questions and things like that. Excuse me. Also, for those of you who like to watch the TV or movie versions of this, this has been made into a mini series. In Canada, you can find this on CBC Gem. And for those of you here in Canada who actually don't know about Gem yet, it's I'm probably telling you something you've known for ages, but CBC Gem is a free app that you can download on any device, and if you're a Canadian citizen, it's through CBC, and they have some of their shows are free for us to view. So some of their older series, like Kids in the Hall, and what was another one I saw? I think you can pay for a premium subscription, but some of their older stuff is on there for free. And one of the series that's on there for free is Alias Grace. So once you've read the book, if you like to read the book first, then you can go and watch it. I also think it's on Netflix in the States. I think that's what Letitia told me. So if you are not in Canada, you're in the States, I believe you can find it on Netflix. So I am a terrible book club host, because if you can see the positioning of my bookmark, that is much closer to the beginning of the book than the end of the book. So once I have my Evertote work wrapped up this week, then this weekend, I'm looking forward to an afternoon and maybe an evening as well, spent catching up and reading my book. So yeah, that's on Facebook, and you're welcome to join. I have a couple of books selected for the next book that we're going to read. Like I've said before, I am not going to be leading the discussion. That's going to be Letitia, because she's much better at these kinds of things. I just like to I just like to ride on her coattails. So but I have a couple other books that I'm going to be posting in the next couple of days on that Facebook group as the choice selection for the next book that we're going to read. I think I've got a couple in mind. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop up a quick poll for a preference for either of those books and see what people would prefer to read next. Don't forget that many libraries have online resources, and with a valid library card, you can usually log in and find out if they have digital copies of what you're looking for to rent. You certainly do not have to purchase books if that's not in your means right now, but definitely check out your local online library resources, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you can find. What else? I have been listening to an audiobook. I'm almost finished actually. Tom Clancy's Hunt for Red October. And I saw the movie years and years and years ago. And actually, this book wasn't even on my radar to listen to. I just needed something. Frankly, I was looking for something that wouldn't, I don't know how to describe it, but sometimes when I'm sewing, I just want something in the background. And if I get too sucked into what I'm listening to or watching, which is why I don't tend to watch a ton of Flosstube while I'm sewing, because I get too distracted, and then it slows me down. So I was just looking for a book that I could put on, have it in the background, but I ended up getting quite interested. Some parts were, you know, I could just sort of tune out and then tune back in 5 minutes later and still felt like he was talking about the same thing, but you know what I mean. It was quite enjoyable. So Tom Clancy's Hunt for Red October as audiobook, read by Scott Brick. And if you're a fan of audiobooks, Scott Brick is one of my favorite narrators. He has a wonderful voice, and I usually always enjoy everything that he narrates. So Scott Brick, if the narrator, if that always appeals to you, to hunt for somebody that you like to listen to, and if you've never listened to anything that he's not produced, he's not the producer, he's the narrator, then I can recommend that. I enjoy him. So that's it. I put in a small little clip at the beginning of this video of a stitched piece that I found. Well, I did find it. It wasn't even hanging on the wall. It was in Nicholas's room when they were switching the rooms. The kids were switching rooms out, and it was a piece that I'd stitched for him for his very first Christmas when he was only about 7 or 8 months old. So it's so cute. It's a Little House Needleworks sheep piece. In case you were stitching and not looking at the video footage from the beginning, you can just pop back, and it's so cute. I love that piece. And I actually found I had stuck my framer Neil had stuck a thing on the back, and so I'm just gonna cover my last name there. I had actually filled it in. So I finished it in December 2008, and it said it was given to Nicholas on the occasion of just because I love you. Aw. He's over there, he's looking at me, he's giving me the stink eye. So speaking of Nicholas, I hope you enjoyed our little joke at the beginning. Tomorrow, I think it's time for us to check in on his science experiment and see whether those potatoes have grown anything. So we can all look forward to that for tomorrow. And I think that's it for me today. I have to get back to work. I am sending out a box of orders today, and then the last box of orders will be going out on Thursday. And a huge shout out to everyone who's left me wonderful comments and just helping keep my spirits up as well. It's very kind of you to take the time to leave me a comment. I appreciate them all, and I read them all. An extra special shout out to Alicia out in British Columbia, who left me a comment on the decision to close up Evertote for the next little while, and she said, you know, I know that must have been a hard decision, and she's right. It was a hard decision. It was not a decision I took lightly. As anyone who is self-employed with a small business, that's you know, that's substantial. And so Alicia has an online cross-stitch shop. She is Bugs XStitch, and she's out in British Columbia, Canada. And I'm gonna leave a link to her shop in the drop-down box below, because I believe that Alicia is still shipping orders. So a little shout out for her, another Canadian resource. Okay, and who knows, maybe I'll have another proper knock-knock joke for you tomorrow. Maybe Nicholas and I'll get our act together and do a better job tomorrow. Again, he's rolling his eyes at me over there. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Happy stitching, and I'll see you tomorrow.